Interestingly enough, just yesterday I posted a video and I stitched the content creator Jazzy, whom, as I always tell y'all, I love her content. Excellent content creator. She comes with all the facts. But the video that I stitched yesterday, when I spoke on it, I said I highly encourage the use of condoms. And whenever I speak about the use of condoms, I find it interesting because women always come in to say, oh, well, men can take them off. So you're just going to not fucking protect yourself because a man can take off a condom? How do you sound? I know that it's an extra added step to reach down and make sure that condom is still on, but you do it because it's your fucking job to protect yourself. You also, if you have suspicions that a man is going to take off the condom, if he ever tries it, you literally never fuck him again. But I digress. I saw this post on Facebook and, I'm going to share it. I want to give credit to the content creator who posted this. This is not for bullying or harassment, none of that. I don't follow this lady, but someone I do follow follows her and shared this. So she says she had a patient who passed recently, and this patient was married to, quote unquote, the love of her life, but she died of opportunistic infections. Her list included herpes, HPV, and cervical cancer. The daughter of this woman told this content creator how her mother became ill and she was angry. It was the daughter's father's inability to keep it in his pants that killed the daughter's mother. This woman, the patient who passed away due to herpes, HPV, and cervical cancer complications, was in her late 50s. It's so interesting because the statistics show that married women die faster than single women, and that single women live longer than married women. And we talk about this, but we never delve deep into why. We never delve deep into the fact that these men are literally sucking the life force out of you. And while they're taking so much from you, the only thing that they're giving you is heartache, heartbreak, and disease. You can't trust men. You cannot trust them. Not the way that you have been socialized and conditioned to trust them. I trust men to be cheaters. I trust men to be manipulators. I trust men to be liars. I trust men to be selfish, opportunistic bitches. That's how I trust them. I trust them to be the lowest piece of shit you've ever met in your life. I expect nothing greater from them than the lowest because they privilege themselves on being in a lower vibration frequency. They call that manhood. I'm not going to sit up here and not all men it because, as I have always said since I began content creation, only the mentally incompetent and the mentally inferior among us need us to say not all men because they're not smart enough to infer that themselves. You cannot trust men the way you've been socialized, conditioned, and encouraged to. Blind faith, unconditional love, you don't give that to men. You don't. They will never earn it. They will never be worthy of it. And it will always really, in fact, you know what? I'm going to say that. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say this now. What you've been socialized and conditioned and encouraged to do is not trust men. It is to betray yourself, to be a lazy, vapid bitch, and to put your safety, your future, your prosperity, your health in the hands of the biggest betrayers, the most vile betrayers, the most selfish, demonic entities that have ever walked around on two legs in human flesh. I don't care what anybody has to say. At this point in the year 2024, any woman who is still trusting a man, believing in a man, and loving him, you get what you deserve. You will get no sympathy over here because you should have done better for yourself. I don't know where you people got the idea that love means that I neglect and abandon myself to validate some man's ego, but that is not love. And in fact, you are incapable of love because you don't love yourself enough to preserve, protect, and maintain and sustain yourself. So I'm not saying this to be mean, but it's going to have to be harsh. It's going to have to be direct because there's no other way to say it. Sugarcoating it ain't helping. In the year 2024, if you are in a relationship, in a marriage, and you're not making that man wear condoms, you are asking for disease. You are asking for cancer. You are asking for death. End of fucking discussion. At some point, women are going to have to straighten up and fucking fly right. Women are going to have to take responsibility for our own lives. Because you're not a victim. You're an idiot. And we're going to have to call it what it is. This is not victimhood. This is stupidity. Why would you ever expect people who have shown you since time immemorial that they are selfish, that they are egotistically driven, and that the only thing that matters to them is their dick? I'm not saying you can't love. I'm not saying you can't enjoy a man, but I'm saying the idea that you have about love is coming from your desire to live in the land of Delulu. And we don't live in Delulu over here. I do not have sex without condoms. I don't. I have condoms in various sizes and various lengths and shapes. And even when I'm not having sex, such as now, I would still rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I don't give a fuck what some man has to say about it. I don't give a fuck what some bitch got to say about it. Because what's never going to happen is I go to my doctor and she comes back and tells me, ma'am, you've got HIV, you've got AIDS, you've got herpes, you've got HPV, you've got chlamydia, you've got gonorrhea, you've got whatever. That's not going to happen to me. Because I love myself enough to protect myself. And these men will try you. They will take the condom off and slide you dick. They will slide raw dick to you. And it's on us. It's on us to stop them. I had to have a conversation with myself about this many, many years ago. And I said to myself, there is no dick that feels so good, it could be so good, that you would risk your life and limb for a little bit of pleasure. Especially when over 60% of women do not have orgasms in sexual intercourse with men. What are you really doing it for? Don't say love. Say, I'm doing it because I'm sacrificing myself. I'm doing it because I don't love myself. I don't give a fuck about myself, and I don't expect anybody else to either. Don't call it love. Call it what it is. Tighten up.